Hi, I'm Kate, and today I'm going to do something a little bit different. Today I want to shine the spotlight on three people who are in the gaming industry that I really want to share my appreciation for because they're some of my heroes and they're all doing really incredible work and kicking a lot of ass. So I wanted to illuminate you about them in case you didn't know them. Number one is Samantha KALMAN, who is an independent video game developer. Samantha is a fantastic person. She, in her 20s, she taught herself Unity, which is a video game engine. She ended up getting involved with the company and moving to Denmark to work for them. Then she moved back to the West Coast, and here we are today. She is mid-development on her first major video game, Centris. She had a very successful Kickstarter, and now her game is in early access on Steam. It's kind of a musical puzzle game. It is really fun. It's really challenging and intimidating at first, especially I'm going to be overlaying footage on top of this, and it's probably going to seem like, what in the hell is going on here? But it definitely takes you picking up a controller and feeling it and understanding that failure in this game happens often and feels really good. I feel like that's such a great philosophical lesson for the ages. It's one of the most important things I've ever learned, which is that failure feels terrible at first, but then it feels good. Like it's a good thing that happened to you. Anyway, Centris is awesome and you should definitely check it out. I'll put the Steam link to the early access page in the info of this video. And in addition to being an indie game developer and fully independent now for almost 2 years, she has spoken at many conventions. Also, the most charismatic person. She's so friendly. You meet her and she's so knowledgeable and she loves to talk. She's just so bouncy and positive and always this great beacon of happiness in the community, and we need more people like her. I'm a big fan. Number two is Alexa Ray CORRIEA, who is a reporter at Polygon. So the first time that I met Alexa, I was introduced to her at a party and I shook her hand and I knew who she was. And I was like, I'm such a big fan of your Lord of the Rings work. And her eyes went all heart-shaped and the rest is history. But she's been a reporter at Polygon for 2-ish years now, I think. In addition to her byline, you may recognize her from the speedrun show that they did on Polygon, on a daily basis, which is insane. It's a 3-minute high-quality video production that they did every day for a real long time there. So I think she was definitely a big part of that. This woman is easily the biggest Lord of the Rings fan that I have ever known. Seriously. And I have a dog named Frodo. She moderated the Shadow of Mordor panel at PAX this year, and she did a super killer job, just knows that stuff inside and out. She also streams Shadow of Mordor, I believe, on occasion. I'll put her Twitch channel in the info so you can check her out. My absolute favorite piece that Alexa has written is this comprehensive history she did on the Lord of the Rings in video games, which includes pretty much every title that Lord of the Rings has touched and why they've had compromised levels of quality, and it's fascinating. I wholeheartedly recommend it. I can't recommend it enough. I'll put the link in the description. Take an hour out of your weekend and read it because it is awesome. It's really, really interesting stuff and damn good journalism. Get it, girl. So last but not least is Jamie Dillon, who is the project manager over at Child's Play charity. Child's Play you've probably heard of. Child's Play is a video game charity. They take money and video game donations, contributions from the community, and they give them to sick kids in hospitals. And they've just recently branched out and added women's shelters to their lists, which is awesome. Sheltered women often bring their kids in with them, so this gives their kids something to do while they're in the shelter. Jamie has essentially been running the day-to-day of Child's Play for 3-ish years. Under Jamie's leadership, in 2013 alone, Child's Play charity raised $7.6 million. That's insane. Just recently, Jamie has added the Penny Arcade community manager job to her job description, which includes, among a lot of other things, running playtests for their upcoming tabletop game, which is called Thornwatch, which I've had the pleasure to play and is very fun. She also helps run aspects of PAX. She is busy all the time. She is doing so much work and she's kicking so much butt. The first time I met Jamie, I was at a party and she cornered me in a kitchen, perfectly sober, and she told me about the plot of her Dungeons and Dragons game for like 20 minutes, and that's when I knew. I was like, this girl's a beast. Jamie is an avid tabletop gamer, a newly minted Twitch streamer. I will put her link in the info below. She is a fellow corgi mom, she's a workaholic, and she's changing the world. This is obviously just a tiny little sampling of the amazing people we have in this industry. If this inspired you, if there's somebody that you're like, why didn't Kate talk about this person? This person's amazing. I encourage you to tell me about them. Make a video or write a blog post or even just send me a tweet and say, Tim Schafer's pretty cool. Like, we didn't all know that. Tell me about the people that you admire. Our industry could use all the positivity it can get right now. I also wanted to mention that I've started a Patreon, like you do, and I will put the link below. There's gonna be a lot of links here, so click them all at once. Is that possible? I really don't think there's anything that makes me less comfortable than the idea of being like, hey, do you have a few dollars? You don't need it? Maybe give it to me. Maybe. Anyway, that's it. Peace out.